Jason Zeldes. I'm the director of Romeo's Bleeding.
Donté DeJuan Clark, call me Te Amo, and I am the subject of Romeo is Bleeding.
Romeo's Bleeding is a documentary film about Donté and about the city that he's from, Richmond, California, which is historically one of the more violent cities in Richmond. And the film follows Donté over the course of a school year as he and an arts organization that he co-founded with my cousin make their Richmond version of Romeo and Juliet.
It was 2012. In the summertime, we had just finished one of our show productions with the organization that we worked with, and we was casing out a theater, and the director at the time was like, this would be a beautiful balcony scene for Romeo and Juliet. And he was like, I think we should do Romeo and Juliet in Richmond. His name is Ruben Morgan. And then Molly was like, oh, that'd be cool. We should really do that. And they was fantasizing about this idea of Romeo and Juliet. I'm like, nah, we not gonna do, if we is gonna do Romeo and Juliet, it has to fit the environment that we come from, because I'm all about the people. I'm all about where I come from and telling the stories where we come. And I didn't feel like Romeo and Juliet necessarily, the way it was told, fit where we came from. But then once I really looked at the basics of the story, is two young individuals who's grown up, trained not to like each other, pretty much fall in love, and love transcends the names, the boundaries, the sets, all of that. And I'm like, well, that's pretty much what Raw Talent is. We all from different sides of the city, but the love of art, the love of poetry, the love of being loved is what brought us together. So to tell that story of Richmond coming together through the eyes of Romeo and Juliet, to me, it just made sense.
I was nervous because, to Donté's infinite credit, he always said to me, I don't want to see this movie until I am in a movie theater with popcorn surrounded by friends and family. And that meant a lot to me because he was trusting me to tell his story. And, I would fact check along the way with him and with a lot of people around the city as I put the story together. But that is I can't imagine anything that's more trusting than, tell him my story.
Watching it, it was cool. The parts that was tough is seeing my loved ones who I was talking to show up in the film, and then you see their birthday and their death date pop up in the middle of them talking. And it's just realizing I've lost them, I've dealt with it, I'm not in denial, but to see it, to sit back and watch, damn, that really happened. It's hella people that didn't make the film that passed away during that time, before that time, and after that time. So it's the first time watching it, I was extremely emotional. Just seeing certain people's faces, I was just in there crying. I think 2 minutes into the film, I was just teary-eyed all the way through to the end. I was just damn, bruh. It was just crazy.
I'm very pleased with the way that audiences have responded to the movie. No matter what, they're always responding to the movie, and I think with all the right emotions. It is an inspiring film, but it'll take you a lot of places as you go along that journey to inspiration.